Hello, and welcome to the gear room. We usually end videos here, but I realized I've never showed myself packing up for a trip, so I figured I'd give that a whack. So here we are in the gear room. Everything is stored in here. This is basically it. I would say it's a mess, but it always looks like this. This is actually pretty good. So I have all my stuff in here. This is kind of the shelf of backpacking. I've got everything organized here into my essentials and hygiene, clothing, kitchen, all the chairs and backpacks and some books, and there's the food, just all that good stuff. So, as well as my hiking clothing rack, because I'm tired of waking up at 4 in the morning to dig around for my hiking clothes, so I just keep it all on one rack. Yeah, so this is where I store everything. It's nice. I have a little charging station here for all my electronics because you can never have too many of those. And yeah, it works well. I try to keep everything accessible. I go backpacking a ton. Like I try to go like twice a month if I can. Sometimes it's more than that. So everything is always stocked up. My food is just kind of a compilation of random things that I've collected. I usually I don't know what I'm eating tomorrow because I didn't go shopping for this trip. I have some stuff, so it'll be good. So yeah, packing for me at this point, it's a pretty quick process. I've got a list of everything I need, and then, like I said, it's kind of all in one place, so I'll look at it and say, oh, I'll bring this time, I won't bring that the next time, etc. So we're gonna get packed up. We're just doing a one-night trip. It's currently April like 11th or something. April 11th, and I'm going with several buddies. There's gonna be like 10 of us out to campsite 24. Originally, Joey and I were gonna meet at Klingman's Dome and hike down onto Little River Trail to camp at 24, but they closed the road due to some ice. It's been pouring rain here in East Tennessee, and it's gonna be like sub 20 degrees up there tonight, so they closed the road. So I'm really bummed about that. I was hoping to do that. I think we're just gonna take the short way in now, which I've really been needing a good long hike. It's been a while since I've even had a double digit day. I think the last time was probably in like early March. So next weekend though, I'm getting a good hike in. So yeah, we're gonna go with campsite 30. I'll still get a good 15 miles in over the course of the weekend, but it's gonna be a really good trip. I'm excited. It's gonna be wet, so I am gonna be like modifying my standard kit a little bit from what I would normally bring, just because it's wet. And we can kind of get into that later. But yeah, I'm gonna start the packing process. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna get my backpack out and we'll get going here. Got to bring along my ultralight lantern. My backpack. I love this thing. I've been using it for probably a little over 2 years. I've tried ultralight backpacks. I tried the Durston. I thought I would love it because I love everything Durston. I didn't like it. I've tried a Gregory. I've tried, my first one was the REI. Great bags. Something about this 4-pound beast though, I just love it. The pockets are perfect for what I need. It's absurd that it's so heavy, but it just is so durable. I haven't had one single thing even start to show any sign of wear, and I've taken this thing on like over 100 trips. So it's a beast. It's just a one and done purchase. It's a Kestrel 58. I don't even think they make these anymore, but they might. It's great. 58 liters. It's a little big, but it's kind of an all season pack. If I'm doing like a really long trek, I might move down to something a little lighter. I've got a couple others that I can pull from. But like 99% of the time, I'm using this bad boy right here. I love it. It's got everything I need. Integrated rain cover. Stupid heavy. Best backpack ever. So this is kind of the first step of the process. Secondly, new to me this year, I have my Enlightened equipment, very pricey 10-degree down quilt. This thing, I've taken it on. My parents got it for me for Christmas. I've taken it on probably oh, I don't know, 7 or 8 trips this year, and it's been awesome. I've slept down to, I think the coldest it got was probably in like the upper teens, and I honestly was not even that chilly. I mean, it was great. There was ice everywhere and snow everywhere. I think I uploaded the video on that one. It was my first time taking it out. I love the quilt. It's great. You know, if you're thinking about getting a quilt, just do it. It's a lot better than a sleeping bag, and I love to be able to move around. Last weekend when I went backpacking, it was like 70 degrees at night, and it was totally fine. I just kicked my foot out, took my quilt off half my body if I felt like it, and you just don't feel restricted. You know, that's always nice. If you need to get up in the middle of the night or something, so much easier. Get a quilt. Kind of already showed this, and I'm also kind of already digging into them, but these are kind of my bins that I use. I have my bins. Pretty much everything in this one, essentials, goes with me every single time. Extras I don't usually touch. That's more specialty stuff. Kitchen depends. Sometimes I really chef it up out there, sometimes I don't. So usually I leave this box alone. And then obviously clothing items greatly vary by trip. I've got everything from ice spikes to a towel in there. Don't think I'll ever pack those on the same trip. But yeah, those are the bins, so everything else is going to be pulled from the bins from here on out. I'm going to go stuff this thing. With every push, I just think about the lost loft. So a sleeping quilt goes right in the bottom here in the sleeping bag quilt compartment. So because plans changed slightly, we're only hiking with the backpack on for like 10 miles. So I'm not really worried about weight here. First thing I do after my sleeping bag is my clothing. So on a one-night trip where we're only hiking like 10 miles, I'm prioritizing comfort above all else. So first thing that goes in the clothes sack, underwear, just one pair if you're feeling risky. Gloves, it's gonna get down pretty cold tonight, so I kind of have my little warmth kit here if it's gonna get below freezing. Little net gaiter, which is huge, toboggan, which I just dropped, and gloves. All go in the bag. Chicken legs / thermal pants in the bag. Extra pair of thick socks. Sometimes I don't bring extra socks because they're darn toughs and they don't smell bad and I'm gross. But these are nice to sleep in, especially when it's cold. Cotton t-shirt to sleep in. Judge me. I don't care. It's a one-night trip and I like it. Lastly, the down jacket. Whew, just thinking about that lost loft. Just wanted to show, as I'm doing it, this is like the checklist I use. It's just on my notes. Just has everything that I need or could need or whatever, and I just kind of reference it as I go, check things off. It's like you're a pilot or something, you know. Even if you're comfortable in your routine, you still want to have the checklist because you don't want to get out there and realize you forgot your tent stakes. So just use a checklist. Clothes stuff sack done. Goes in the bag right on top of the sleeping bag compartment. Done. Pillow, I just shove in the little remaining space in my bag in the bottom. Just get it in there somewhere. Tent and sleeping pad go next. On a trip, I know a lot of people pack their tent towards the top so they can access it quickly if they need to throw up a shelter in a storm or something, but the forecast is sunny all day tomorrow and it just is easier for me to just shove it in the middle, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, so next I'm going to be packing up kind of this like weird zipper pocket on the other side of the brain pocket that I don't really think very many people use, but it works well for me. So first in there is going to be my first aid kit. It's got all the essentials. It's got bandages, gauze, like some ibuprofen, antiseptic wipes, things like that. Standard stuff. I've emptied the whole thing when I hurt my foot before, so I've tested it and it works. Okay, second, I have this waterproof dry bag that I put all of my tech in. So I have a portable charger that I bring, which lasts a long time. Luna is essential to the packing process. extra GoPro battery if I'm filming, which I usually don't, but if I am, I'll bring this with a charger. A couple different charging cables. And of course, the headlamp. Lastly, hygiene bag, which just kind of has all the basics. I've got toothpaste, a toothbrush, a little bottle of concentrated hand soap that I need to fill up pretty soon, and a little bottle of bug spray right next to my toothbrush. That's all you need. Okay, so next we're gonna do the brain right here. My brain holds a lot of stuff. It's stuff that either doesn't have a good spot in the bag itself, or I need it actively on trail. So it's a huge pocket. Ospreys usually have massive brains, so we got a lot of stuff going in here. Firstly, we have a lot of toilet paper. Always good to be the guy that brings extra. I actually wanted to talk about this stuff because it's something I've never seen anybody else use, and I really like it. So it's like these little sheets of like beeswax paper. They're really cool. I got them at REI on sale years ago, and I've reordered them several times because I liked them so much. Bees Wrap Rekindle Fire Starters. They're really nice. They burn for a good amount of time, and you really only need 1 or 2 sheets to get a good fire going. I used dryer lint forever, and it worked. But it was just kind of like messy to deal with, and I got sick of it, and I saw these and I was like, sure, I'll try them. They're really lightweight, easy to use. Highly recommend them. I really like them. Next, I have these wipes just for cleaning off your feet and your face or whatever. Not in that order, obviously, but you know, just something good to have just in case you're feeling dirty at the end of the night. Hand warmers, might as well. Playing cards, just in case someone wants to play some cards. Bringing this coffee for my friends because I'm not going to drink it. Spork. Water filter. Very important. And I think that's it for the brain. So, brain, zipper up. Next, I'm going to be packing kind of the front shove-it pocket here. That is where I put these 3 things. My big old fixed blade pocket knife, which I don't always bring, but on short hikes like this I do. Same situation with my saw, just because those 2 things in tandem make processing firewood a heck of a lot easier. Also, the tent stakes go in that front pocket. Next, back into the main compartment is my cook kit. So I've got the Toke 750. It's nice. It's got a handle. It's cool. It's a great little pot. Goes in this bag, and inside the pot goes my fuel can, my stove, and this impossible to lose bright orange lighter. Although it did happen that one time, but I bought another one. Okay, so I've scraped together some food that I'm gonna eat tomorrow. So I keep everything in a Ziploc. Simple. I don't really use bear hang bags or anything like that. I just put my Ziploc in my backpack and hang that. First thing that goes in there is another Ziploc bag for trash. Marshmallows. Pack of ramen for lunch. A bag of Reese's Pieces and a cheese stick. A couple of these bags of Korean barbecue jerky. And then bringing these for the crew. Recent new favorite of mine, just a bag of pepperoni. Roast that over the fire. Oh yeah. Lastly, I have probably my favorite Mountain House. I don't really like eating Mountain House or anything freeze-dried, but it's just the best that I've got right now on my shelf. So, fettuccine Alfredo. Blech. Sriracha to go with it, because you gotta have something. These things suck. So that's everything for the main compartment. Just kind of cinch that down. Tuck that in. This goes over, clip it down, and then everything else is going to be on the exterior of the pack. So that's everything in the main compartment. Little bottle of Jim Beam going in the side pocket. Camp shoes / water shoes going in the side pocket as well. Trekking poles in the side pocket, at least until I get to the trailhead, and they are either in my hands or holding up my tent. So I just kind of Hat gets clipped onto the front here. Chair, really comfortable chair. It's a short trip. I don't care about the weight. Gets clipped on the front here. I'll kind of show you how that's done once it's all packed up. So that's it. Here is my backpack. Chair goes on right here. Everything is stored and proper. I know I do things probably a little different than optimal, but this has worked for me, and it just kind of makes sense, especially for a really short fair weather trip like this. I don't know how much this pack weighs. I'll get a weight on it, but it's really not too bad. Very comfortable, and it's got everything I need and more. So I'm a big guy. I could carry weight, whatever. I'd rather be more comfortable on a trip like this than, we'll be spending so much more time at camp than hiking. And I think that's important to think about. Are you doing more of a camping focused backpacking trip or a hiking as much as you can in one day kind of backpacking trip? So this is definitely more of a camping trip, so I'm pretty loaded up today. Final weight, including food but not water, is like 27 pounds. So fairly heavy, I guess, but for everything that I'm bringing, I don't think that's too bad. I'm going to be out there for a full day, hence why I brought so much food. We're waking up really early. I'm trying to get to the trailhead by like 6:30, closer to 6 ideally. But in terms of what I'm wearing, just shirt, outdoor research hiking shirt. I have like 2 of these that I just cycle back and forth between. They're awesome. I love them. REI hiking pants, darn tough socks, and an REI puffer jacket that I got for like $50. I am bringing 2 puffers on this trip. This one is more of a wear around the camp, get it dirty, hike in it, sweat in it, treat it like crap. It's got burn marks everywhere from sparks flying. I just don't want to do that to my $300 down jacket, so cheap puffer to hike in. So that's about it. I guess next time I talk to you, I will be at the trailhead with Joey in the morning. We're hoping we're still going to be able to go up to Klingman's Dome and hike down. That's probably not going to happen. So I think we're shooting for Little River Trail. Get there around 6:30 or so. So I'm all packed up, good to go. I'm just going to set all this by the door so that way I just wake up, throw my clothes on, get out of here. So I will check in the morning. Good morning at Little River Trail. I'm running a little late here with Joey. Okay. He's been waiting on me. It's 7:47. We're getting ready to just get the hike started. It's a beautiful morning out here. It's a little chilly, but not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So we're going to get rolling. We don't have far to go to camp. I'll probably check in a couple times along the way, and we will talk next when I'm setting up camp. Checking in, we're just getting started, just kind of taking some pictures. Stopped at this really pretty waterfall. It's still pretty early. I think the rest of the group is planning on starting around 9, so they should just kind of meet us at camp. But it's a beautiful day. The creek is really high though. It's definitely rushing. It's beautiful, but it might be tough to do some of these creek crossings that we were planning on doing to get to number 30. So we're just hanging out, taking some pictures. It really is a beautiful day. I'm expecting most of this cloud cover should burn off within the next couple hours, so hopefully good sunny day. But really pretty out here. Jacket's already off. Hopefully it warms up before too long, but let's get back on the trail. This river is pushing. I was kind of expecting it to calm down a little bit as we got further up the trail, but that has not happened. So it's cool though, to make some good creek sounds at night. I think I'm gonna skip out on the journey to 30 from the rest of the group and just kind of hang out at camp though. Maybe get a fire started for everyone, because I've been there, done that. Don't really feel like getting my feet wet. It's not super cold. Back of my arms are chilly. There's a nippiness in the air, but it's really pretty warm. But gonna warm up. The sun should come out. We've only been hiking for like an hour and a half or a little less, so we should be getting some sun here fairly soon. We got blue skies over in that direction, clouds over there, so we'll see what happens. Forecast said a lot of sun today though, so it's really greening up out here. There's a lot of wildflowers. They're starting to pop up. I'd say it's still probably going to be another couple weeks before they're peaking, but they're looking good. It's getting green out here finally. I missed the heck out of this, and just look at that. Beautiful. Welcome to 24. We made it. Pretty good hike, honestly, all in. We did have to cross the stream right in front of the camp. The water is up really high. I've come through here a lot, and you rarely have to get wet crossing this stream, but there just wasn't much of an option today, so put on the water shoes. My feet are, I think they're cold. I can't really feel them, so this campsite has really greened out. It's beautiful, super lush, just kind of meadow vibe to it. I really like it. Joey's over there getting his water shoes on to make the creek crossing, but yeah, we're here. Everyone else should be here in probably like an hour and a half or two maybe, so Joey and I are going to steal the good tent sites and get rolling here. So 24, I don't think I've done a video here, or maybe I recorded some and not posted them, but it's a really nice site. I like it. It's right on the water. Like I said, in the spring and the summer, you have this really lush kind of green carpet everywhere. Really nice fire rings. All right, we're all set up. Joey's getting set up over there. It's time to cook some nice warm noodle soup. Sounds great. So gonna get some water and start making that hot cup of ramen. Exactly what I need right now. It's pretty chilly out, I'm not gonna lie. My hands are cold, my feet are cold. Getting in that creek didn't help, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this and then get a fire going, so when everyone else gets here they can dry their wet feet off. A lot of good little areas to go and explore. There's tons of little creeks and things that run through here, so really good for like a summer 2-day or two. I can't even think about swimming right now, but it's a good site for that. So yeah, gonna get set up here. Joey's, there he is, you can see him out there. He's making his crossing. Poor guy. But yeah, we're gonna get set up here, and I'll film the setup process and stuff, so see you in a second. Alrighty, my camp's set up. Easy as that. Right here. Beautiful. Let's do Joey next. Welcome back to another episode of Fire Crafting with Carter. So we're gonna start the fire here. Camp's back that way. I'm gonna start looking for some super dry, well, at least as dry as we can find, kindling. We've had some pretty crazy storms here in East Tennessee. I don't think we've gotten like that much rain in total, but we've gotten a lot in short periods of time. So everything is generally pretty wet right now. So this will be a good opportunity to kind of show my fire starting process in the wet. So the first thing I look for, pine trees. Pine trees, the wood's always good to burn. It's full of sap naturally, which is basically just nature's lighter fluid. Gets everything rolling really quickly. So the wetter it is, the more kindling you need. So we're just gonna gather up a ton of kindling. Some of my favorite kindling, wet or dry, is just these little pine spindles. I don't even really know what they're technically called, but it's this stuff right here. These little pine spindlies work great. Try to get a good shot of those there. Those are awesome. So I'm just gonna gather up as much of those as I possibly can in this little grove, pick them off, and then we'll get the fire going from there. Do like 3 more of these, just to save yourself some hassle. Just get the wood that's far away from camp first, and if there's stuff right by your camp, just leave it for later. That way, if it gets late at night and the vibes are good, you want to keep the fire going, you just got it right there. Just do the hard part. Okay, so now we're gonna start the actual fire. And if you haven't started a wilderness fire before, it is a lot different. It's not like going to your local state park campground and just loading it up with a bunch of dry gas station wood and getting it going. So it is a little wet today. It's not too bad. So first, I just get a pile of these spindlies we were talking about and just break them up. You kind of want them to be dense. You want enough air in there and enough space that it can breathe, but you know, just break them up real good. So I'm just gonna get a whole pile of those and load them up here. Green stuff like this, you do not want to burn. It's not yet. It'll burn later, but not yet. Okay, that's a sufficient pile of spindlies that we'll just kind of use to get a flame going. I'm gonna use some of this wax paper that I was talking about last night when I was getting packed up. And at this point, I just kind of put it right in the middle, try to let the flame catch. At this point, the fire is gonna be really cold. You're gonna need to help it along. Keep blowing on it. Like I said, it is fairly wet today. It's not too bad. So this shouldn't be too terribly of a difficult process, but just kind of rinse and repeat that until you got a good flame. So I just light this on fire, let it catch, and just stick it kind of in the middle here. And just hope that works. The great part about the spindlies is they let enough air through the fire that, you know, you don't need to blow on it super hard. So yeah, pretty much done at this point. It should burn on its own pretty good. Not gonna need much air, so we're just gonna let it ride. All right, everyone else has arrived to camp. The sun came out, which is great. We got everybody kind of set up over there chilling. It really is just a beautiful day. I'm so excited for this sleep tonight. It's gonna be awesome. It's just so beautiful out here. This is the time of year where the Smokies just really come to life, and no words for it. I love it. Pure bliss right now. It's just so nice out. So I'm gonna go hang out at camp for a while. Probably won't check in a whole lot. Don't want to let the camera get in my way this afternoon, but it is only 12:20, so I'm sure I'll check in before too long. Making food and such, so I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we're getting ready to attempt to hike to campsite 30. The water crossing to get there is probably going to be pretty rough, but we're going to give it a whirl, so I'll check in along the way. All right, gearing up for the creek crossing. We're going to get there. Joey needs it for the map. Okay, we made it past the hard water crossing. It wasn't near as bad as we expected. Didn't even have to take the shoes off. So there's like 5 of us going. Logan, Christopher, Kayla's behind me. So we're well on our way now. So I'll check it when we get to the campsite. We're walking up to 30. This trail has been insanely beautiful so far. Really, really lush and green everywhere. There's ramps growing like crazy everywhere. It's beautiful. Really nice. Looks like there's people at the camp, so I probably won't film a whole lot there, but we'll check in when we check in. All right, we made it back to camp from 30. It was beautiful. Really, really, really nice. The weather right now is pristine. It's still a little chilly, but it's not bad. Yeah, just a really, really, really beautiful day out here. This is the time of year you want to be camping. This is the newest innovation, pepperoni on a stick. Goes on the fire. It's top tier. Tell me that doesn't look money right there. Crispy on the ends, a little burnt. I like it that way though. Stopping in here to grab a couple things, but it's 5:49 right now. I think we're all just kind of chilling by the fire. It's been a really good trip so far. The weather right now is awesome. We're just kind of hanging out. Everybody's making some dinner. I had a lot of those pepperonis though, so I'm pretty full. I don't know if I'll eat much else tonight, but yeah, just kind of hanging in. Just wanted to check in. I'll probably check in for the next time when I go to bed, but it may be before then, so we shall see.
It was insane, dude.
Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can see me at all. It's late, but it's about 11:15 or so, and fire's out. We're all kind of tucked away in bed here, so I'm gonna snuggle up in my quilt. I'm really excited for tonight's sleep. It's right by this river, as I'm sure you guys can hear. It's gonna be beautiful. I love the white noise, so yeah, just gonna snuggle up here. I'm honestly really tired, so I think I'm gonna crash right as I hit the pillow. I'm just glad I remembered to check in, so we will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It's about 8:30. Really, really, really pretty morning. We've got some steam coming off the creek. Like I said, just kind of green everywhere right now, so it's really pretty. I'm just gonna go ahead and get camp packed up, get this over with. There's kind of a layer of frost on everything, so I don't want that to start melting, you know, before I pack up and get me soaked. So time to pack up. Packed up. My hands are freezing. I took that icy tent though, so I'm gonna go warm up by the fire. All right, it's 10 o'clock on the dot, and we're getting ready to roll out of camp here. It's warmed up quite a bit, but it's still pretty chilly out here. I think we all had a really great time. It was awesome. 3 of the guys headed back to the trailhead a little earlier, and we're just kind of finishing up, packing up camp here. But really pretty morning, really great trip. The wildflowers are really starting to come out. They're not, the trillium's still a little behind, but there's a ton of plant life starting to come out of the ground here. We got lots of little wildflowers, ton of wild ramps. We saw a bunch of those yesterday. But yeah, this has been a really pretty trip so far. The weather, wish it was a little warmer, especially for it being mid-April, but I'm not going to complain. It did get below freezing last night. My tent has a ton of ice on it that I'll need to dry out later. But yeah, we're going to get trekking back, and I'll definitely check in either at the trailhead or at home. We'll see. See you soon.
Try to shoot you out?
Yeah.
That's pumping.
The white trillium is blooming like crazy right now. Pretty beautiful. All right, I'm back home, showered. That was a really good trip. Just kind of unpacking, getting all the gear out to dry. So it's a really nice day in Knoxville. It's like 70 and sunny, a lot warmer than it was when I woke up this morning. This morning it was chilly. There was a layer of frost over everything, so all my gear is really wet. Everything's out on the patio drying right now, but it was a really great trip. Had a really good time with everyone. Trying to do more, YouTube stuff with some of those guys. I know Joey and I have really been trying to get on that. So he actually had to cut out unexpectedly early on the trip. He just had a meeting that he figured he probably couldn't make it to unless he packed up and left that night. But we still got some good content, and I'll leave a link to his channel below so you guys can check out his stuff as well. He's kind of getting started on the YouTube thing, but looking forward to doing more stuff with him and that group in general. It's a great group of guys, and we always have a good time. So yeah, really successful trip, honestly. Weather was great. Great people, great times, good food. Didn't get too cold. I think we all were expecting it to be chilly. Not quite that chilly, though. Certainly wasn't expecting freezing, so really, really, really awesome time, and looking forward to the next one. I think we're going up Middle Prong to stay at one of those campsites here in a couple weeks, so we're looking forward to that. Yeah, so I think that's about all I've got for today. Looking forward to the next video, and I was going to show unpacking, but it's about as easy as you'd think it would be. So yeah, looking forward to the next one, and thanks for watching.